Hello there.
So with my Wire reactions nearing an end, I decided to undertake a trial experience. I want to trial the first episode of a couple of shows and to see which one sticks the landing. Now, a fellow subscriber mentioned this show titled Band of Brothers, and I searched it up quickly, and I saw that it was one of the highest rated shows of all time, ladies and gentlemen. It is only a HBO miniseries, so 10 episodes, and there is a relationship between me and war movies or war content in which I just glued to them. I absolutely adore them and love them. I saw Saving Private Ryan at a very young age. In fact, our English teacher at school showed us the opening sequence to that film at a young age, and I think that was my first introduction to any type of war content or like a war film per se. And I went home and watched that film by myself, and it is one of my favorite films of all time. I know it's one of the most obvious examples to use here, but I just want to say that is now one of my favorite films of all time, having seen it in my early teens for the very first time after, that viewing experience of seeing the opening sequence for the first time. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, absolutely shooting his shot, and today we are going to be watching episode 1 of Band of Brothers for the very first time. Now, this show is created by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, and Steven Spielberg is one of my favorite directors of all time. And after seeing the lengths he went through to create Schindler's List, I can tell that my man is going to create this with the utmost respect and the utmost attention to detail to the events that happened in World War II. So, we're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing, and let's absolutely smash it. Let's go.
We were in a store, and a guy in that store told us to put our uniforms on. What the hell are you talking about? He says the USA is in a war with Japan. We couldn't believe it.
Well, our country was attacked. It's a different. It wasn't like Korea or Vietnam. We was attacked.
I said, well, you jump out of airplanes. You got all your army equipment, and you jump out of airplanes to fight the enemy. They said, go to hell. Nobody put up their hands. And then I don't know what it was, brought it up, but the guy giving the speech was saying, but you get paid $50 a month more. So that made it $100.
Count me in. So I'm guessing, obviously, we get the actual veterans being interviewed at the beginning of each episode. And those veterans are going to be portrayed here by the characters or the actors in the show. And I like how they didn't use the names of the veterans. I'm guessing that's going to be a neat little sort of Easter egg hunt throughout the show to sort of why am I jumbling my words here? To sort of figure out which character in the show is the veteran being interviewed before the actual show begins. I'm already getting goosebumps from the intro music alone. I don't know why, but seems like it's going to be one of these shows, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even going to be a show. It's going to be as real as it gets, I guess. Currahee. Or Currahee? Immediately, a lot of faces I recognize. Immediately off the bat, I'm sorry to pause, but I like to do this and pause and commentate. I loved the color grading approach by Spielberg, obviously here. The washed color grading, the way the screen itself looks weathered. It's got that natural grain to it, and I'm guessing that's obviously to mimic and, you know, provide the audience with almost like sort of like a POV perspective of being there. And it almost seems like it's shot like a documentary a little bit some of the time. It's like the actors themselves know the camera is there, or it's like they're being recorded for like the news per se at the time. And it's great stuff already.
No jump tonight. The invasion has been postponed. We're on a 24-hour stand down. Bitch. Two sergeants, take charge.
Well, this is quite a surprise.
Not particularly. It so happens I rather expected it.
Invasion postponed, so we have movie night.
See how you people can pass up $80,000 for the cause.
For whose cause? If you're so interested in serving a cause, why don't you join the army? You look wonderful.
Is that Michael Fassbender? Immediate right there.
I think it's clearing up.
I love, you know, how you had that
I think it's clearing up.
sort of panning shot
I think it's clearing up.
from right to left of those three characters right there, with the facial paint.
He'll be fine.
And it just goes to show, not
5
even
o'clock in New York.
a movie
4 o'clock.
or anything like that can zone you out from the horrors of war. Like, they're locked in. Like,
Happy hour.
You people are at the position of attention.
they've both come up in rank.
Private Picante, have you been blousing your trousers over your boots like a paratrooper?
No, sir.
That explains the creases at the bottom.
No excuse, sir.
Volunteering for the parachute infantry is one thing, Picante, but you've got a long way to prove that you belong here. Your weekend pass is revoked. Name?
Lloyd Judge.
Written the rear sight aperture. Pass revoked. When did you sew on these chevrons, Sergeant Lipton?
Yesterday, sir.
Long enough to notice this. Revoked.
Sir.
Ruthless.
Name?
Malarkey. Donald G.
Malarkey. Malarkey's slang for bullshit, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Rust on the butt plate hinge spring, Private. Bullshit. Revoked. I wouldn't take this rusty piece of shit to war, and I will not take you to war in your condition. Now, thanks to these men and their infractions, every man in the company who had a weekend pass has lost it. Change into your PT gear. We're running Currahee. Now, what company is this? Easy Company! Now, what do we do? Do not help that man! Do not help that man! Do not stop!
This is gonna be great, man. This is gonna be great.
Get to the top of this mountain if you want to serve in the paratroopers. Are you Silver? We are coming on 23 minutes. That may be good enough for the rest of the 506, but that is not good enough for Easy Company.
Now you gotta traverse that terrain with the weight on.
We can do this, come on.
It's all good doing it in the PT gear. Now we have the actual gear on.
Well, how come we're the only company marching every Friday night, 12 miles full pack in the pitch dark? Why do you think, Private Randleman? Lieutenant Sobel hates us, sir. Lieutenant Sobel does not hate Easy Company, Private Randleman. He just hates you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
He hates him bad.
You're making me look bad, Lieutenant. This is not Dog Company. This is not Fox Company. This is Easy Company. And under my command, this will be the first and finest company in this regiment. I want the names of 6 men. Their infractions and your disciplinary recommendations on my desk by 0130. Is that clear?
What infractions, sir?
Find some. Yeah, I was literally about to say, find anything. Neat transition right there from them doing it to their overalls.
That's big, that boy.
Currahee, ladies and gentlemen.
Easy Company has the finest performance record in the entire 2nd Battalion. I believe every bit of that is thanks to you.
Anybody?
It's a can of peaches, sir.
Lieutenant Nixon thinks this is a can of peaches. That is incorrect, Lieutenant. Your weekend pass is canceled. This is United States Army property, which was taken without authorization from my mess facility. And I will not tolerate thievery in my unit. Whose footlocker is this?
Private Parks, sir.
Get rid of him. All weekend passes are canceled, officers included. Carry on. Lieutenant Winters.
The performance from the captain here has been A-class, man. He's so good. And a young Simon Pegg right there.
Colonel Sink has seen fit to promote you. As first lieutenant, you'll serve as my executive officer. Congratulations. Of your organizational skills and command potential, I am designating you mess officer for 14 days. Report to the mess kitchen at 0515 hours. Company breakfast to be served at 0600. I think a special meal before their afternoon off would be a welcome change of pace. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
I like spaghetti.
Hey, gotta get that refeed, man. Gotta get the carbs in. With all that cardio they're doing.
More coming. This stuff is orange. Spaghetti ain't supposed to be orange.
This ain't spaghetti. This is army noodles with ketchup.
You ain't gonna eat it.
Oh, come on, gonorrhea. As a fellow Italian, you should know that calling this crap spaghetti is more than sin. No, I'm eating here.
Orders changed! Get up! Lectures are canceled! Easy Company is running up Currahee!
Yeah, I was about to say in the wet weather, he was gonna make him do it. He was gonna make him do it in the wet weather.
3 miles down! Hi-yo, Silver!
So Currahee's the mountain in Georgia, I'm guessing, yeah?
You're a washout, Private Hoobler! You should pack up those ears and go home! Looks like Gordon, son! Aren't you, Gordon? You finished? You do not deserve to get your wing! Private Randleman, you look tired! There's an ambulance waiting for you at the bottom of the hill! It can all be over right now! No more pain!
Come on, mental.
No more Currahee, no more Captain
He's the mental
Sobel.
devil right here, man. We gotta push through these barriers. Hey, they're getting good at this though.
Upon successful completion of your 5th and final jump, you'll be certified Army paratroopers.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the equipment actually malfunctions or doesn't actually work.
dropping from the sky today. Hopefully, under deployed canopies.
Yo, Captain looking shaky. Must have ate too much spaghetti before the jump. I wonder if that shot right there was actual archival footage or it's made it out to look like it. Oh no, it wouldn't be because it's in color. My bad.
Now just think, if you had any class or style like me, someone might mistaken you for somebody.
You mean like your fucking sergeant?
I'm just kidding.
He got the stripes, man.
Uncle Toy, there will be no leaning in my company.
By God, the 506 is gonna forge that brand new concept into victory. Yeah! I want you to know that I'm damn proud of each and every one of you. Now, you deserve this party. Thank you, Sergeant Grant. I want you to have fun, and remember our motto. Currahee! Currahee!
We're in the wrong position.
We're textbook position for ambush, sir. I think we should sit tight. Let the enemy team come in our killing zone.
They're right out there somewhere. Let's just get them.
Sir, we have perfect cover here.
Lieutenant, deploy your troops.
Seems like this captain
Tactical column.
isn't what he's, isn't what he's made himself out to be. Buckles under the pressure, it looks like. Why would you expose yourself like that? There, like, yeah, exactly. There, the ghillie suits, like everything. You're done.
Captain, you've just been killed, along with 95% of your company. Your outfit?
Easy Company, 2nd Battalion, 506.
Walking ducks.
3 wounded men on the ground, and report back to the assembly area.
Lieutenant Lewis Nixon, Lieutenant Harry Wells, just in from the 82nd.
Congratulations on the promotion. Oh, thanks. You want to call it that? You'll learn him pretty quickly. No flaws, no vices, no sense of humor.
Just like your chums of a battalion staff.
I'm hearing a lot of rumblings. Sobel? Just talking about that.
So, he gets a little jumpy in the field.
Mm-hmm. He gets jumpy and then you get killed.
That's nice.
Yeah, listen, if we discuss it, I think it should just be amongst ourselves.
All right, absolutely.
Second platoon ready?
Ready, sir.
Then get them in formation. We're moving out.
He knows, man. He's been exposed in the field. And that's just the training field, because getting exposed in the training field like that, in the actual field of battle, costs you your life.
I'm always fumbling with grenades. It'd be easy if one went off by accident,
Well, now they must have put him in charge for a reason.
Yeah, because the Army wouldn't make a mistake, right, Chief?
That is true.
And I had a case of Bat 69 hidden in your footlocker.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Morning. Oh, this could turn into a real nice trip.
Not a bad day to, not a bad way to start the day. So, with this airborne stuff, I'm guessing this is sort of like a tactic or regiment they decided to implement later on in the war, because I think, World War II started in 1939, ended in 45, and we're seeing the events leading up to, I guess, the first paratroopers being deployed, or the implementation of the airborne unit. So I'm guessing it's a tactic that they were implementing after the war had started. And I think the captain said it's the first time they've ever done it. So yeah, it seems like this sort of tactic was maybe to obviously invade Europe, but it was a different type of way to do it. rather than just like, obviously you have the Normandy event, storming the beach at Normandy, and multiple other types of events.
Your frequent letters of love and encouragement will arm him with a fighting heart.
Here, he's then gonna close with and kill or capture that German.
Damn, that was pretty accurate. Decent shot.
There should be no fence here.
Tipper! Yes, sir. Give me the map. Picani, Luz, get the men. Get them. Take cover behind those trees.
Damn, Sobel, like I said, crumbling under the pressure.
There should be no fence here.
We could go over it, sir.
Really? That's not the point. We're the goddamn hell on.
Connie, Sobel's lost again, right? Yeah, he's lost. Hey, Luz.
The thing is, from obviously, if your captain looks lost and he's unable to adapt and be assertive on the spot, how does that rub off against the rest of the company? All right, like the morale is one of the utmost key things, in my opinion. And look at the way these guys are already back chatting Sobel. And when it gets to the actual heat of the moment, the guy said it before on the boat, the only guy you can trust is him and the guys, next to you. And it seems like these guys already have a lack of trust in Sobel. And those sort of moments where you're pausing and wondering and, unable to sort of map out your own terrain, there's not going to be time in war to, pull out the map sometimes and, sit and rethink things. You got to think on the spot and you got to think instinctively. And I love that it's depicting that. I love, how you have the sort of, drill commander of Sobel, when he's, really, really honing it in on everyone and, being the tough guy act. And then you have the complete opposite, the antithesis, when he's actually, putting everything into practice. And I love seeing that.
Can you do Major what?
And knowing Spielberg, it's probably an accurate depiction of the actual character of Sobel.
Get a good major can goose this smuck. Oh, yeah, yes. Luz, you got it. Come on. All right, just watch.
Putting the major up on the spot here.
356-833. Isn't that the intersection?
No, sir, it's here. You're full grid off.
Is there a problem, Captain Sobel? Who said that? Who broke silence?
I think it's Major Horton, sir.
Major Horton? What is he? Did he join us?
I think maybe he's moving between the platoons, sir.
What is the goddamn hold-up, Mr. Sobel? A fence! Sir, a barbed wire fence! Oh, that dog just ain't gonna hunt. Now, you cut that fence and get this goddamn platoon on the move! Yes, sir!
Listen, it's amusing seeing, the fun and games these guys are playing. But when it gets to the actual heat in the moment, there's no more fun and games. But, yeah.
Sir, without Captain Sobel in 1st Platoon? It's a T intersection. We improvise.
Thank you. I was just talking about that.
Lay down a base of fire to cut the road in all directions. Hook right with 1st Squad. I'll tell Gardner to move left with 2nd. I'll be right up the middle with 3rd. Go. Yes, sir.
You need that calm, cold demeanor like Lieutenant Winters, man. Yep, U-turn on the bike. That's all we like to see. Bloody hell. Yo, that little payphone thing should take you to the Ministry of Magic, man. Don't worry, just use that.
You've done it now, Yanks. You've captured me. Would that be the enemy?
As a matter of fact, yes.
And they've got perfect cover and concealment to ambush these guys.
that man's fence?
I was ordered to, sir.
By who?
Major Horton, sir.
Major Horton?
Yes, sir.
Major Horton told you to do that?
Yes, sir.
Major Horton ordered you to cut the fence?
Yes, he did.
Major Horton is on leave in London. Get those cows out of here.
Captain Sobel's compliments, sir. Lieutenant.
Is he promoting him to captain? Or like resigning from his position? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. 1-2 with the car. Layup bank shot.
Misspelled court-martial.
Oh.
Or you may initiate a letter of appeal and request a trial by court-martial.
Can't even look him in the eye. Does he know how much
Spend
is...
your weekends on the base anyway, Dick. Be a man, take the punishment.
He knows how much of a fraud he is.
May I borrow your pen, sir? My endorsement, sir. I request trial by court-martial.
We'll send it. He probably knows he can win at trial.
Well, Nixon better find a loophole and get him out.
And if he don't, winner scrambles eggs while the rest of us make the big jump with Sobel.
Thing is, you gotta obey the chain of command
We're
still.
going through with this, right?
Gotta do something.
Yeah.
But we'd all better be clear of the consequences.
I don't care about the consequences.
John, we could be lined up against a wall and shot. I'm ready to face that. And every one of us had better be too.
I will not follow that man into combat.
Tell him, my Sopranos brother.
Let's do it.
I love seeing all the familiar faces.
No longer wish to serve as a non-commissioned officer in easy company.
There's nothing less than an active mutiny while we prepare for the goddamn invasion of Europe. Sergeant Harris?
Sir.
Turn in your stripes, collect your gear. You are hereby transferred out of my regiment.
Sir.
Get out.
Damn.
Sergeant Ranny?
Sir.
You consider yourself lucky I'm only busting you to private. All of you NCOs have disgraced the 101st Airborne. You can consider yourself lucky that we are on the eve of the largest action in the history of warfare, which leaves me no choice but to spare your lives. Now get out of my office and get out of my sight. Get.
That's the boys, man. That's the boys. That's the band of brothers.
Who are vital to the coming invasion, such as doctors and chaplains, to take jump training there. Frankly, I can't think of anyone more qualified to command such a school than you are.
Maybe he needs to be reassigned. Like, obviously, he's not built to do it in the field, but he's clearly excelled in preparing this company the way they are.
I'm reassigning you to Chilton Foley.
This has been a great performance from David Schwimmer, man.
I'm losing easy company?
War effort needs you elsewhere.
On the eve as well.
Permission to speak, sir.
Granted.
is who will be replacing me?
Lieutenant Meehan from Baker Company is senior. Good luck at Chilton Foley, Herbert. Don't let us down now.
You gotta obey the chain of command. That's just the way it is. I feel bad for him, but them tough decisions have to be made, man. His acting performance was fantastic there. That look he had, his eyes, on that close-up shot. Oof. It's almost as if he looked like he lost a child there. He lost his baby, which was easy company. I wonder, is that the last we're gonna see of Sobel? That's it. He's been reassigned, and you know he's gonna continue to do what he does, serve the war elsewhere.
Is all this real? Yeah. Well, some of it's from the omens, some of it's totally knocked up. A few of it's actually, so I can get your mince pies on some of this Jerry Crobber, if you know what I mean.
No, I mean.
Hey, Mac, you got a Luger? I'm dying to get my hands on a real Luger.
Yeah, go on in. Quick butchers, yeah? Boy, she sure is a doozy. Yeah, it's Packer, isn't it? What? Hey? Hey, Petty! Hey, mate!
Mate!
You're having a bath if you think you're half inch in that. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Well, good luck. You too, mate. What's up, boobs?
That's such a cool interaction right there. Obviously, the clash of cultures.
Under the worst possible circumstances.
So, it's Normandy.
Damn.
Saint-Marie-du-Mont.
I
Number 1.
I really hope this reaction does well on the channel, because I am glued to this show. I'm telling you, there's something between me and war content that I just absolutely glued to, man. I remember watching Apocalypse Now. That's the latest like proper war movie I've seen. I was glued to the screen. I was glued to it. I hope this does well, because I can tell this is absolutely phenomenal.
Causeway number 2, the ultimate field problem. Seaborne infantry will hit these beaches in force at a date and time to be specified. H-hour, D-Day. Airborne's objective, gentlemen, is to take the town of Carentan, thus linking Utah and Omaha into a single continuous beachhead.
Omaha and Utah into one continuous beachhead. Each trooper will learn this operation by heart and know his and every other outfit's mission to the detail.
I love this. I love this attention to detail with the briefings and stuff.
When it's time for you to know, we'll let you know. In the meantime, study these sand tables, maps, and reconnaissance photos until you can draw a map of the area by memory. Now, we will drop behind this Atlantic wall 5 hours before the 4th Infantry lands at Utah.
I love how Spielberg, obviously, with Saving Private Ryan, with the D-Day opening, the Normandy opening, we saw, obviously, the ground assault, but now we're getting the perspective from the airborne. I love it.
Now, between our assembly area and the battalion's objective, there is a German garrison right here in this area, Saint-Marie-du-Mont. Easy Company will destroy that garrison.
3-day supply, K-rations, chocolate bars, charms, candy, powder, coffee, sugar, matches, compass, bayonet, entrenching tool, ammunition, gas mask, reset bag with ammo, my webbing, my 45, canteen, 2 cartons of smokes, Hawkins line, 2 grenades, smoke grenade, gamma grenade, TNT, this bullshit, and a pair of nasty skivvies. What's your point? No, they stop wasting as much as I do. I still got my shoot, my reserve shoot, my May West, my M1. What are you keeping the brass
My M1 grand.
I can use some brass knuckles.
Hey, he's memorized his gear. Hopefully he's memorized the map. I love immediately here. I commented it during my wire reactions. There's almost sort of like a transition from using stationary shots to then when you want the audience to feel up close and personal, we start getting the handheld camera, you know, walking throughout the entire camp and base here, and I love it. I love it. It makes you feel like you're there as the viewer, and it's just a much more immersive experience.
Albert! Boy,
Condoms? I don't know, probably.
And it's all done in one take so far.
Boy, give him hell. It's from Chief of the Kokomo Police Department, right?
If you did not sign your GI life insurance policy, you go on over and see Sergeant Evans at the headquarters company tent. You boys don't let your families miss out on $10,000. Hear that, Jerry?
We're still going in one take, transitioning with other characters walking in and out of frame. I love it.
Has Garnier said anything to you about his brother?
No.
I got a problem. My wife keeps up with things back home, casualty listing like that.
Yeah?
Garnier's brother in Italy?
Henry?
Killed in Monte Casino.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't know.
Damn.
On
What
the
do you think
eve.
I should do?
If it were me, I'd tell him.
A couple of hours before we jump? I don't know.
He has a right to know, man. You don't want him dying without him knowing that his brother's passed away.
It's just an extra 80 pounds strapped to your leg. Does anybody have any idea how the hell this thing works?
Colonel Sink. Colonel Sink.
Soldiers of the regiment, tonight is the night
Tonight
of nights.
is the night of nights.
Today, as you read this, you are en route to the great adventure for which you have trained for over 2 years.
That's why they gave us ice cream.
Easy, company! Listen up! Channel coast is socked in with rain and fog. No jump tonight. The invasion has
This
been
is the beginning of the episode.
We're on a 24-hour
And we saw the
stand
2-year events leading up to it. 2 years of events, sorry, leading up to it.
This is quite a surprise.
Not particularly.
A how did we get here moment.
Should you be giving blood?
I woke up.
Something happened to
Got
me.
the wrong goddamn jacket.
What?
I was struck by lightning.
Nobody dancing.
Bill Garnier's brother.
Remember this. I didn't lie to you.
For me, you're all.
You'll get everything you want. You'll get enough to build 2 ships. Maybe 3.
Something else I want.
Damn, man. See, I love it. I love it how they're, you know, staring directly into the soul of the viewer. Like I said before, almost feels like a documentary at points. It's almost we're seeing the final portraits of these individuals. Get one last look.
Where the fuck is Monte Casino?
I don't know. Italy somewhere. Sorry about your brother, Bill.
Sorry for my mom. He was, Let's get this over with.
Bill? I'll meet up with you over there.
Let's hope so.
Second platoon, listen up. Good luck. God bless you. I'll see you in the assembly area.
The build up to the build up to the airborne doing the first jump has been absolutely fantastic. Crazy thing is, some of them aren't even probably going to make it to the ground if the planes are shot down. Man, what a fantastic episode of television. A first episode nonetheless. And we haven't seen anything yet, I feel like. That's how you know it's going to be great. When this episode has already been as captivating as it is, and we haven't even got to the actual, you know, the jump yet. You know, it's all fun and games, imitating the major during training camp. But this is the real deal, and you see on the facial expressions of all the characters here. I take that back, I shouldn't say characters, but all the privates, all the sergeants, all the lieutenants, all the colonels, the captains, everything. And I love the musical score in the background as well. I don't know, it's got this sort of holy nature to it. It's almost angelic in a way, but it's almost as if like, you know, it's like you're experiencing their final moments. Godspeed, man. It's a beautiful sight, but at the same time, gonna be pure nightmare fuel in a second. And Winter's staying up close and personal with the exit door. Ah, man. Damn, man. I feel like that's almost like I know it's like an actual message and a real life message from the general, but I just feel like that's almost as if it's like a message to the audience at the end there about the journey we're about to experience with these soldiers too. And I guess, yeah, that's how, I don't know, it's a sign of things to come. It's a sign of like how immersive this show is going to be. Oh man, I cannot wait. I hope this reaction does well. I hope you guys take a liking to it. You know, take a liking to my analysis, take a liking to my character if you're new to the channel. But yeah, what a fantastic first episode of television, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to get into the rest of the show, pending this reaction and how well it does. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to Band of Brothers episode 1, Currahee, ladies and gentlemen. Currahee, sorry. And I really want to go do some research on Captain Sobel. Not the rest of the characters because I don't want to spoil anything. But Sobel himself, because he seems like such a fascinating character. I wonder if he actually saw out the rest of his days at that sort of that school where he was teaching everyone or sort of being captain there. You know, if he saw, not obviously sought out the rest of his days, but continued for the rest of the war. With his reassignment, and even post-war, if he continued to be a teacher at that school, teaching the up-and-coming soldiers. So yeah, very interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. As always, it's been Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.